And we are live. I hope you guys can see me okay, and I hope you guys can hear me okay. Let me make sure that we are good to go. Mic is good, sound is good. We are live, guys. If you are watching this for the first time and you don't know who I am, my name is E.DeanCole, and I own E.DeanCole Financial. We are a consulting firm, and we specialize in working capital, alternative finance, and business credit development. That's who I am, and that's what I do. And today is a national holiday because today is my birthday. Yes, today is my birthday. Let me make sure my sound is good before I get all into this too tough. And I want you guys to make sure you share this as well. Share this on your Facebook. Share this on your Instagram.
Are you looking to obtain a new credit profile? Contact
LegalCPN.com.
Trusted leader.
There we go. Yeah, we good. The sound is good. Sound is good. We sounded good. We're doing good. So I need for all of you guys to do me a huge favor. It's my birthday today. It is my birthday today. Today I was born. It's a national holiday. I woke up this morning feeling like $1,000,000. My mom called and sung happy birthday to me, and I felt like I was 7 years old. I had a good start to my day. My fiance, she's so sweet. She's just so phenomenal. She's given me a few gifts already. And so I'm just excited. Today is my birthday, and I am going to give back to you guys. So the way that I'm going to give back to you is I'm going to open up the phone lines, and I'm going to allow you guys to call in, and I'm going to answer your questions. Now, I'm accepting all gifts. So if you send me a super chat, send me a super chat. If you're going to send me some money on Facebook or Instagram, whatever you choose to do, you can choose to do so. Now, whether you choose to do so or not, that's fine. God has blessed me to be the CEO of my own firm, so I'm very grateful for it. But I just wanted to put it out there. But the best gift for me is for you to enroll into my course, because that's a gift for yourself. That's a very good one there. So you can definitely enroll into my course. So let's see the first person. Is somebody popping bottles. There we go. We got Leslie is in the building, says happy birthday. She popping bottles. Thank you so much. The first person in the building notification squad was Nigel. Nigel been killing it. Nigel says, hey, Dean, good day, sir. How are you doing? We got Libra Toy is in the building. Hey, Libra, how are you doing? We got D Young is in the building. Was not expecting me today, but glad I'm here. Absolutely, D Young. It is my birthday, so I'm glad to be here as well. All right, we got Ronnie Wilson is the first. Ronnie Wilson is the first moderator that's in the building. So Ronnie, I'm gonna need your help when it comes to doing the moderator. I think you're like the only moderator that's in the building today. So when it comes to approving these messages and getting rid of these trolls, I am going to need your support today. So it is a national holiday. Now, the same thing I ask y'all to do, I'm about to do. So I'm going to share this on my Facebook, and also share this in your Facebook group, your private Facebook groups. You know, your groups, the Beard Gang. I think I might be good for the Beard Gang. You know, share it in your Beard Gang, the Handsome Black Man group, share it in the Conscious groups. You know, we got so many different groups that everybody's a part of. Share this. The way that you share it is by sharing the link, and just go ahead and drop the link and share it. Share the wealth. Let's see how many people we got watching live. All right, boom. I'm just doing the same thing you guys are doing. I am sharing this, so thank you so much for your patience. It is my birthday today. Boom, boom, ba boom, ba boom, boom. Feel like $1,000,000. Jehovah God has been good to me. Even if he doesn't do another thing else for me, he's already been good. He's already been good. But long life, he's going to satisfy me with long life. I believe I received that he will be satisfying me with long life. And I believe in giving to others. So we are in the building. So let's see how we are in the building. So let's do a temperature check. So if you're watching me for the first time, and if you're watching this on the replay, it's like, hurry up and get to the point. Listen, the entire video is the point. It's my birthday. You understand what I'm saying? This is going to be a longer video because I'm going to open up the phone lines and take your phone calls, and we're talking about business credit and credit repair and credit restoration. So be patient. This ain't no cat video. This ain't no twerking video. You saw the title of the video. You saw how long it was on the replay. So stop whining. This is the grown folks place for grown folks, where we're going to, and we specialize in teaching economic empowerment through entrepreneurship. So no whining and no complaining. Sit back, strap on your seatbelt, and enjoy the show. And if you're watching like, Dean, I didn't know you were live. How come I didn't know you were live? Two things. Thing number one, you've seen one of my videos before, but you did not subscribe. Or if you did subscribe, you did not hit that notification bell. So it's very important for you to hit that notification bell. If you don't hit that notification bell, then you're not going to know when I am live. So I'm going to open up the phone lines in a moment, guys. Just give me a moment. Let me share this out to all the places I need to share it out to. And then we're going to go ahead and open up these phone lines, guys. So just give me one moment here. I'm going to open up the phone lines in a moment. Come on now. Where we at? Boom. All right. So post submitted. So I'm sharing this in a few groups, and the same thing that, like I said, I asked you guys to do. I'm doing the exact same thing. I'm sharing this right now in a couple of your groups, and let me know what group you shared this in. So temperature check. So temperature check. If you're watching me for the first, thank you so much. All these happy birthdays in the building. Happy birthday. Thank you so much for that. Arthur Ray David is in the building. Happy birthday. I appreciate you so much. All right. Somebody gave me a super chat, 50 Twin. I appreciate that with $5 super chat. I appreciate that, 50 Twin. He says, happy birthday, Dean. Can I get the free FICO coaching course? Yes, you sure can. VLH Group. Yes, you sure can. Make sure that you get that on VLH Group. I'll make sure that you get that. VLH Group. Absolutely. It is my birthday. I'm in the building. All right, so let's go ahead and share this, guys. So if you're watching this for the first time, I want you to say first time. If you're catching me live for the first time, I want you to say first time. If you are a family member, meaning that you're not a first time viewer, but you're a subscriber, but you have not yet enrolled into any of my courses or taken any of my courses, I want you to say family. But if you are a client of mine and you're enrolled in any of my courses, I want you to say client. So let's do a temperature check and see who is all in the building. I know it's later throughout the day, and I know people are already at work, but I just decided, you know what? Before I go out with my beautiful, gorgeous, sexy fiance, God Almighty, before I do all that, let me come on here live with you guys. So we're going to do that. And I'm going to open up the phone lines in a moment. So just give me a moment, guys, while I do the same thing I ask you guys to do, is share this in a few places. And share this in a few places. And we're going to get into it and open up the phone lines. So let's see who is all in the building. Now, boom. And I'm curious to know how many people it's Aquarius season. Now, some people might not even believe in that. Like, I don't believe in that foolishness. Stay woke. Stay woke. Faith Brooks is in the building, fellow Aquarius. Hey, Faith, my sister. All right, so let's see who's in the building. All right, we have Happy Glow Day. That's good stuff, Lewis. I like that. Lewis Harvey says Happy Glow Day. I like that. That's really good stuff. All right, Passive Income Trucker, Scott Davies says Happy birthday. Thank you so much for that, Scott. I really appreciate you, sir. All right, RC Taylor is in the building. Matter of fact, I want to make Scott a moderator. Scott, I'm making you a moderator. Let me make Scott a moderator. Scott is a moderator. Add as a moderator. Boom, Scott, you are a moderator. Thank you so much for that, for your support and being a very successful client of mine. There's a video on my YouTube channel with Scott Davies. He is a gentleman that bounced back from bankruptcy and has over $100,000 in funding for his business. So Passive Income Trucker, Scott Davies, and also go to his channel, subscribe, because he does a very good when it comes to Forex trading. All right. Todd Chambers, first time. Thanks so much for watching, Todd. I really appreciate you, my man. Thanks so much for the support. Todd is watching for the first time. We got a couple super chats coming in. I appreciate the support. Todd is watching for the first time. Let's see. RC Taylor is watching for the first time. Thanks so much for chiming in, RC Taylor. I appreciate you. We got Just Phil is watching. Just Phil, I'm sorry, is a client of mine. And then we have I Just Did. It's first time. Thanks so much for watching. I Just Did. Uriel is watching for the first time. Thanks so much for watching, Uriel. I appreciate that. Okay, Luther Young is giving me a $5 super chat, and it's your first time. I appreciate that, Luther Young. I appreciate the support. All right. We have a lot of people that's in the building that's family. We got Sharice Wisdom. No, that's not Sharice. Shavara Wisdom. We got Miss Wisdom in the building is watching for the first time. I appreciate that. Let's see how many clients we have watching. We have boom. Jess Phil is a client. Thanks so much. Brian Dunn is a client. Hey, Brian. Lewis Harvey is a client. Thanks so much, Lewis. I really appreciate you. All right. Takfu is first time, and God bless you. I believe I received it, Takfu. I think that's how you pronounce your name. Don't give me the line, Takfu. Oh, don't give me the line. But I'm going to go ahead and open up these phone lines, guys, so that you guys can kind of start coming in. We're going to be answering all of your questions about credit restoration, about business credit repair. I'm answering your phone calls. Call in is 855-756-6639. That's 855-756-6639. And make sure that you hit option number 2 so that you can get me while I am on the air. Give me a second, guys. General, phone. Oh, call. There we go. We got that off. Boom. We Gucci. We up through there. The phone lines are open, so you should be able to call in. All right. Let's see. Who else is a client? We have Tabitha is a client. Hey, Tabitha, how are you doing? We have Ken Carter is a client. Hey, Ken, how are you doing? Uniquely Me is a client. Hey, Uniquely Me. Timothy Hall is a client. Hey, Tim, how are you doing? Good afternoon. Are you in ATL? Travis, I would like a one-on-one coaching session. Yes, Travis, I am in Atlanta. If you want to do a one-on-one coaching session and you're not a client of mine, then that would be $500 an hour. If you are a client of mine, you get it at a discount of $250 an hour for in-office coaching. I will have a live session, a live training, and you can come out to one of the meet and greets or the live trainings, and we can do that all day long. So, guys, I'm taking your phone calls, 855-756-6639. That is 855-756-6639. I'm taking your calls live on air. Hey, caller, what's your name and where you calling from?
This is Lewis Harvey. I'm calling from Brooklyn, North Carolina.
Hey, Lewis, how you feeling today, my man?
I'm blessed, man. I'm blessed. How about yourself?
I am winning, my man. It's my birthday, my man. How can you lose with the stuff I use?
Okay, I ain't gonna waste your time, brother. I only wanted to ask you well, I just enrolled in your course last week.
Awesome. Congratulations, my man.
Thank you. I was wanting to know I know from having the business name the correct way and having a business address, I wanted to start my LLC as soon as possible, but I also wanted to wait through your course to do it the correct way.
Yes, sir.
I should just remain waiting, or can I just send it out knowing I have a business address and a business name?
That's a very good question. Well, you got me on the phone right now, so we can answer it. So a couple of questions. So what is your business address? Where is it located? You don't have to be specific, but because you are live, so you don't have to be specific, but is it a residential district or is it a commercial address?
It's actually a kind of a church, and it's
okay.
A church that's letting me rent out some office space.
That's perfect. That is perfect. Now, tell me a little bit more about is the church like a storefront church or is it a traditional steeple church? What type of church is it?
Well, it was kind of a traditional, but a nonprofit organization is kind of buying it out
for
them. So I don't know if they're going to keep, ceremony and stuff, but they have been running the nonprofit organization up under the whole church. Okay.
Okay, cool. All right, good stuff. So that being said, that's good. The reason I was asking was about the optics of the way that it will look. So let me ask, what type of business is it?
My business?
Yes, sir.
Trucking.
Okay. Shoot. I want to look at it. Well, do you feel comfortable telling me? Hold on for a second. Let me take you off speaker. No, I can't. I want to look at it before I can say if it's I need to see if it's really zoned commercial or residential. Do you feel comfortable telling me?
Yeah, I have no problem.
Okay, what's the address?
The address is...
And listen, don't be stalking this guy. Don't stalk him. He's covered under the blood of Jesus. So all y'all weirdos and creepos, don't fool with him. That's the reason why I was like, you never know. This video ain't no telling. Ain't no telling.
Okay, I have 715 North Church Street, and the zip code is 27217.
Give me the zip code again.
27217.
Okay, so this is it is definitely, so this church is in the middle of a residential district. The because it's the only commercial building that is there besides, what's this right next to it? It's a laundromat right kind of corner to it, correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Gas station and the laundromat.
Yeah, the gas station and the laundromat, and then right over there is the housing authority, which is really cool, by the way, which is right around the corner. I'm nervous for you because I know when you go through a manual underwrite and they look up the address, if you go through a manual underwrite, this will get you red flagged. Now, just because you're red flagged doesn't mean that you're instantly going to be denied for a loan. Okay, so you can be red flagged. It doesn't mean that you're going to be denied. It just means that they're going to put a lot of scrutiny on you. So let me ask you this question: have you already paid for this particular? Have you already paid for this suite? Have you signed the contract? Have you signed the lease?
No, sir, not at all.
Okay, that's good. Are they going to give it to you for free, or how much are they going to let you use it for?
Well, quote unquote, yes, it's going to be free, but they was going to charge me a yearly fee, something small, just to put on their books, so we would be separate. Okay. Well, that being said, it's not worth it. In my opinion, you should get a legitimate virtual office in a full commercial district so that you won't be red flagged, because this will red flag you. And like I said, just because you're red flagged doesn't mean that you won't be approved. So you can choose what you like to do. But this is a residential district that the church did build at, which is really good. However, when you do go and you do go through a manual underwrite, they're going to obviously see that it's a church. Because, like, for instance, there's some churches that are storefronts. Like, for instance, that gas station that's around the corner that got the laundromat on it. Some of those would be perfect for what it is that you're trying to do. But because you are positioning yourself as a legitimate corporation, my advice to you would be to get a virtual office. So it does take money to make money, but it's not going to break the bank. Because you're enrolled into my course, you actually have access to a online resource that will give you you can get a virtual office for only $50 a month. And so it's going to be worth it for you, because that's what's going to help you get the funding that you need. Does that make sense? It makes a lot of sense, and I think I'm going to go ahead and go that route, because that's the reason I enrolled in your course, because I want to do everything possibly without red flags.
Yes, sir. Absolutely. So that is definitely going to be the best bet for you. You're going to need to do that. I strongly suggest that you do that. And once you do that, then you'll be good to go. So thanks so much for calling, my man. I really appreciate it. So you've been enrolled into the course for a week now. How are you liking it so far?
I mean, I love it. I got to do homework. I got to
yes, sir.
It's real good.
That's good stuff. Well, I really appreciate it so much, my man. Thanks so much for calling, and continue to keep winning, because you're definitely doing a really good job. I'm really proud of you, my man. Guys, we are taking your phone calls, 855-756-6639. That is 855-756-6639. I'm taking your phone calls live on the air. It is my birthday, and you guys can celebrate with me. Hey, caller, what's your name and where you calling from?
Hey, my name is Deshaun. I'm calling from the Bronx.
Hey, Vashawn, how you feeling, my man?
Doing good, man. I just seen that you was live, so I'm like, let me chime in, because I had some questions.
That's good stuff, and I got some answers for you, my man. The only thing I require you to do is put a little more pep in your step. It's a national holiday. It's my birthday, my man. Give me a little more energy. I know you're from the Bronx, and I know it's like 8 degrees outside.
Yeah, my birthday was on the 26th, so your Aquarius, too. Happy birthday.
Thank you so much, my man. I really appreciate it. Yeah, Aquarius season. Aquarius is in the building. So are you a January Aquarius or a February Aquarius?
I'm a January. My birthday was on the 26th.
There you go. So you're a genius. Absolutely. Most January Aquariuses, we're geniuses. That's cool.
I'm trying to make,
Yes, sir. Well, thanks so much, man. Happy birthday to you, man.
Yeah, for real, man. Same to you.
Thanks so much. So let's go ahead and let's jump into it. So what's your question?
So it's like, I'm trying to see, where I'm at in life. I'm trying to see, right now I'm working, I hustle, legally,
Okay, you're legally hustling. Ain't nothing wrong with legally hustling.
Yeah, but I've been trying to see, how I can make money online, And I'm also in this business called Amway, so you know, I wanted to see about it because, you know, see if I could do that online, you know, sell the products online, also talk to people, you know. Still, you know, my credit's not too good, but I'm trying to get it up there right now. You know, I got 3 kids too, so.
Okay.
And you know.
I definitely understand you got to provide. So Amway is okay. It's a network marketing. They have products.
Yeah.
They have products. It's kind of okay, but it's kind of okay. What's your regular 9 to 5? What is your heart's? What do you do 9 to 5?
I'm a school bus mechanic.
Okay, you're a mechanic. Okay. And what is your heart's desire? Like, if you could do something and not have to work, but just do what it is that you love doing and getting paid for it, what is it that you would do?
What would I do? Like, I want more time with my kids, so I wouldn't mind like doing something online, like, you know, selling online and stuff like that, you know?
Okay, so what is it that you would like to sell online?
Trading. I like real estate too, but, you know I need some money to go into that.
Well, actually, no. All you need is credit. You need credit. You need credit more than you need money.
Yeah.
If you have credit, and we can build. Yeah, you can definitely build your credit. You can build your credit in about 4 months. You can build your credit in 4 months. From, I don't know exactly what your credit situation is, but that's a possibility. But you also mentioned.
It's bad right now, man. But it's bad, but it's fixable. You know.
Yeah.
You know, I got a car payment. You know, I got a little school student loan. It's like $16,000. Not much. You know, I went to trade school.
Okay.
And
are you making the payments?
I got a little credit card, so you know.
Are you making the payments?
That, so. Nah, man, I'm messing up on the.
You're messing up on the payments. Okay. And you went to trade school.
Yeah.
Okay. So you can actually possibly get your. How long ago?
Man, I got kids, you know.
Yeah. How long ago was that student loan? How long ago was that student loan that you
It was around like, I'd say 7-8 years ago.
Okay, well, that's a private student loan. You can easily get that removed off your credit report.
Word, I was trying to,
You can easily get that removed off your credit report. So let's talk a little bit more about getting more income in. So you mentioned that you like to sell, that you would like to sell online. What is it that you would like to sell online? What products besides the Amway products? Because, you know, that's hard because there's 50,000 Amway people in Bronx right now. Yeah, it's a lot. But so what type of products would you like to sell online?
A lady that was working with me, you know, so she was like a little mentor. She would come to my house like 2 times a week. So, you know, it kind of opened me up to see that, you know, somebody's on the same level, but it's like it's slow, man. It's like
yes, it is.
Do that, you know?
Yes, it is. That's why I don't encourage network marketing. I always tell people to go after your own vision and your own dream. Yeah. The thing that you will believe in God for.
Your own dream, you know?
Yeah, go after your own vision and your own dream.
Where I feel like, you know, it's like Illuminati and I have to do this and do that. You understand?
Yeah, I do. I do. I completely understand. I always tell people, go after your own vision and your own dream. The thing that you like to do, that you believe in God for, I would strongly suggest that's what you should do in order to build your own business, in my opinion.
Yeah, real estate, like, I think I'll be good at that because I always wanted a house, man. I never had a house. You know, it's still a dream.
Okay, well, let me ask you this question then. Are you a U.S. citizen?
Yeah, I'm a citizen. Yeah.
Okay, are you a W-2 employee?
Yes, sir. I got my W-2. I worked the whole year, but I'm tired of working, man. I own my own business.
I understand. I definitely understand. I'm
leave right now because I just had a little work, so, you know.
Okay, I definitely.
The time to figure out what I could do, you know.
Yeah, I definitely understand that. The reason why I'm asking these questions is because if you are a W-2 employee, and if you're a W-2 employee, and you, how long have you been at your job?
I've been at my job like 2 years now.
For 2 years? Okay, if you've been at your job for 2 years and you're a W-2 employee, my advice to you would be possibly to get an FHA loan. You could get an FHA loan, and with an FHA loan, it allows you to purchase your first piece of real estate. and you should get a duplex and then rent out one side. So if you are in, say that again.
Let me get a pen.
It's okay. It's okay. Just watch the replay. It's okay. Just watch the replay. Just watch the replay.
Oh yeah, I forgot we live.
Yeah, we live. So all you got to do is just watch the replay. Yes, sir. So.
All right, cool.
The entry getting into real estate for you would be to take advantage of the first time home buyer with FHA. You can get a duplex for 3.5% down, and you can use credit. You have to, you're gonna have to be a little creative if you don't have the cash, but it's okay. You can use credit as your down payment. And also, use credit to build up your credit. You're able to do that as well. So your credit score only needs to be at a 620. So do you know what your credit score is right now?
It's low, man. It's probably like at a 500 right now.
So you don't know. When was the last time you pulled your credit report?
I pulled it up actually to get a loan, and it was under 500.
How long ago was this?
In order to get the loan. Huh?
How long ago was this?
It was probably like 4 months ago.
4 months ago? All right. So this is what I need you to do. First step is go to creditchecktotal.com. Credit Check Total is going to cost you, I think, like $20 if you go past the free trial, but you can spend $1 and get a free trial of Credit Check Total. And then you can pull up your credit report from all three bureaus and see what your scores are. That's the very first thing to do. So that way you'll know where you are. Like if you're lost, and like when you're using your GPS, the first thing they have to do is they have to find out your location, right? So if you're lost in the city, the first thing you got to do is say, okay, well, where are you located? So you need to see exactly where you're located. And after you do that, yep, once you know exactly where you're located, then you'll be able to know how to get to your destination. So once you see exactly what is on your credit report, and once you see what your credit score is, then if you have that old student loan, in my course, I teach how to remove it. I can't teach it publicly here, but in my course, I teach how you're able to remove student loans. I strongly suggest that you get your student loan removed because it's from a trade school, so those are the easiest to get removed. You can get those removed just like that. The third thing I suggest that you do is message me on Instagram, okay? So if you're watching this, make sure that you also watch me on the replay as well, but message me on Instagram, all right? And on Instagram, send me a message. I have a free course that I'm going to give you, okay, for your birthday, because your birthday just went by. So I'm going to give you a free course on Instagram, and message me. What's that?
I didn't really get none for my birthday.
You really didn't get nothing? Listen, I completely understand, my man. When you're a provider, sometimes just providing for other people is definitely good enough. You know what I'm saying? It's definitely good enough. Hold on for a second. Let me get you my IG information. And this is live, guys. So if you're watching this, you're like, well, what are you doing? Hurry up and get to the point. Yada, yada, yada. Smackety, smackety. This is the point, guys. All right, there go my IG.
I had 2 phones, so I was watching you on my other phone. So I was like, let me try to call in.
Okay, that's good stuff.
Perfect.
That's good stuff. So when you're watching me on the replay, right now when I'm chatting with you, you'll see my IG comes up. It's Instagram. My IG is E.DeanCole. On Instagram is E.DeanCole. Yep, E.DeanCole on Instagram, and that's going to allow you to message me on Instagram, and I will send you out my free course that's going to teach you how to boost your credit score around 100 to 150 points, 100-point credit boost. I'm going to give that to you, okay?
Okay, thank you, man. Appreciate it.
You're so very welcome. Make sure that you message me on Instagram, though, but you're going to have to message me on Instagram. There it is right there. E.DeanCole, message me on Instagram, and that way I can send that information out to you, and then you can go from there. You're almost where you need to be. My advice to you would be to focus on creating income right now, creating that income right now with getting a duplex. You said you never purchased a home before, so you qualify for FHA. 3.5% down. First thing you have to do, once again, is get a copy of your credit report. so you can know exactly where you are on your journey of entrepreneurship. After you get a copy of your credit report, then look and see what's on your credit report and attack the last 24 months. Anything that's on there within 24 months, that's what you want to try to remove. Anything that's older, like a student loan, try to get that removed, and then add on those guaranteed lines of credit through that course that I'm gonna give you, and your credit score will jump through the roof. All you need is a 620 and you're good to go. Hey caller, what's your name and where you calling from?
Hello, my name is Denisha Warren. I'm calling from Fort Wayne, Indiana.
Hey Miss Warren, how are you doing today?
I'm doing okay. Happy birthday.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate you so much. How are you liking the show so far?
Great, great. A lot of knowledge.
That's good stuff. That's very, very good. I'm glad that you are liking it. I'm glad that you are liking it. So, talk to me. What's your question?
My question is, can I still establish business credit if I've been in business for 8 years? I have a DBA, EIN, business bank account, but I never got an LLC.
Yes, you can. You've been in business for 8 years. So let me ask you this question. What is your business type? What is your business?
Childcare.
You do childcare. All right. So as a sole proprietor doing your DBA, have you done taxes over the past 8 years? Have you done your taxes?
Yes.
Okay. Now, when you do your taxes, did your taxes, are they over $20,000?
Yes.
Okay, awesome.
I filed joint with my husband.
Okay, awesome. You filed joint with your husband. So yes, what I would strongly suggest you do is convert your DBA over to a LLC with the same EIN number. You would just need to convert it over. So once you convert it over, then the past 8 years will convert over with you. Because you make over $20,000 a year and you file taxes, it's worth it to do it for you. A lot of people, what they'll do is they'll start a business and they won't follow through, and they have a DBA that's just kind of sitting on the shelf somewhere, and they ask me the same question that you asked me, and I tell them it's not worth it because there's nothing to pull over. But because you have income with the IRS over $20,000 and you have 8 years in your trade, all you would need to do is convert it from a DBA or sole proprietorship over to a LLC. You'll have to contact the IRS. It's not difficult to do at all. Contact the IRS and let them know that you want to convert over to a LLC. Then what you're going to do is you're going to contact the Secretary of State in Indiana and let them know that you're doing a conversion as well. There's a form that you'll have to fill out. And once you fill that form out, they'll help you fill the form out as well. That's free, doesn't cost you anything at all. And then you can convert over. And once you do that, now you kick it with hot grease, and then you can start building business credit on your business.
Thank you. Wow.
You're so very welcome. I really, really appreciate you so much. So yeah, if you do follow those steps and watch the replay if I was a little too fast with it, but definitely do those 2 steps and you'll be good to go.
Okay. Thank you very much.
You are so very welcome, and congratulations on your 8-year success in your business. Guys, I am taking your phone calls, 855-756-6639. That is 855-756-6639. Let's look at some of these questions. Let's look at some of these. So we got a super chat from Passive Income Trucker. I appreciate you so much for that. He says, I was wondering, should I dispute accounts reporting as late on my credit that was included in my Chapter 7 bankruptcy? And if so, they are removed, how much will that affect my scores? Thanks, Dean. Well, to say the exact amount that how it will affect your scores will be kind of difficult. And this sun is really messing up my shot over here. So let me go back over to my favorite shot, because I don't like that sun messing me up like that, washing me out. Like I ain't got good lighting in here. But yeah, so to answer your question, yes, you should. Because if it was included in your bankruptcy, then you should definitely dispute those items if it's still showing up and is negatively affecting you. Now, the amount of how much it will show up, how much it would affect your scores, it's difficult because the ideal would to have it completely removed altogether. Now, if it's some items that were included in your bankruptcy, and then did you leave it out of your bankruptcy? So I would need to know if you left it out of your bankruptcy. So Scott, if you could give me a call so we can have a conversation about it, because I would need some supporting. We need to have a conversation about that to be able to completely understand that. But hey, we got a caller on the line right now. Hey, caller, what's your name and where you calling from?
This is Chuck. I'm calling from San Diego.
Hey, Chuck, how you doing out there in San Diego?
Pretty good, my man. Happy birthday to you.
Thank you so much, man. I really appreciate you so much. Now, before we get started a little bit more, we have 108 people that are watching live. I need all 108 of you guys to hit that like button right now. Like this. Like it. Hit the like button and also share it. I want to see 108 shares. If you guys are liking this content, I want you guys to share this. Share it with in a group text, in a group chat. Share it with on a private Facebook group. I want you to share it. So yeah, my man. So you calling from San Diego? How's everything out there in sunny San Diego? San Diego is beautiful.
70 degrees and sunny. You already know.
It is beautiful. 70 degrees and sunny, man. They call it God's country.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
I love San Diego. San Diego is absolutely gorgeous. If I ever lived on the West Coast, I would want to live specifically in San Diego. That's the only place on the West Coast I think I ever want to live.
Yes, sir.
So you're in paradise. Yes, sir. You're in paradise. But thanks so much for calling. So let's go ahead and jump into your question. What's your question? How can I help you?
Well, basically, it's a question that I kind of like. I thought you might have answered in a previous video, but I wasn't sure.
It's okay. It's okay. I give out a lot of information.
Do I have to be a client of yours to buy a trade line from you?
That's a very good question. Yes, you do. And the way that you don't have to enroll into my course, but you will have to schedule a one-on-one consultation with me. The reason why is because the trade lines that we provide, they are licensed and bonded. So I have E.O. insurance of $100,000. Excuse me, I have E&O insurance of $100,000. The trade line company has a $5 million E&O insurance policy. So there are some times where people try to put trade lines on CPNs or on dead people's profiles or on their niece's profile that's 9 years old. So to protect us and protect our brand, I have to do a consultation with you, or you have to be enrolled into my course so that we can make sure that you're using the trade lines the right way. Does that make sense?
Yeah, like I've already started building business credit. Now I was going to enroll into your executive coaching.
Yes, sir.
But that was a question that I wasn't really sure of. But now I know I gotta schedule something with you and then go for a trade line.
Yes, sir.
I kind of get how it is.
Absolutely. So if you don't mind me asking, let's a couple questions right now. We actually probably could do it right. We could do it a little bit right now. So this can be your free consultation. There you go. It's my birthday, and I'm giving you a $250 free consultation. Look at this on my birthday. So let's go ahead and get into it. You got me on the phone. So tell me a little bit more about your journey of entrepreneurship.
Of course, I just started my trucking business. I just became a owner operator.
Congratulations. How long have you been running?
I've been on here about a year and a half.
Okay, that's good. So it's a lot like Jay Rich. You've been running a year and a half. That's good stuff. Who are you contracted under somebody else's authority? Or are you going to go to get your own authority?
Yeah, I'm contracted under somebody else's, but they really the fees that they have aren't as expensive as if I would be with a mega carrier.
Okay.
So that's why I kind of like stuck with them, and I was a company driver for them.
Okay, that's good. That's good. There's nothing wrong with that at all. That's good. That's very good. Nothing wrong with that at all. So let's talk a little bit more. So you've been running for a year and a half. You just started. When did you start your are you a corp, a LLC, INC, S corp, or C corp? What are you?
I'm a LLC. I started that June of last year.
Okay, cool. So you have a few months in the game. So you're really close to where you need to be to get some funding. That's good stuff. So you said that you've already started building business credit. What all have you established, and what all have you started?
I have you on. I started with vendors.
Okay.
Tier 1 or something.
You're at tier 1. Okay, that's good.
I started with
And I applied for Granger, and then Quill is kind of hard, but I know I have to make a purchase, like 2 or 3 purchases with them first before they feel comfortable.
Okay.
But that's where I'm at.
Okay.
And I'm about to go ahead and start my subscription with NAS.
Okay.
So I can keep track of everything.
Okay, that's good stuff. I would suggest if you did decide to enroll into my course, that you enroll into the startup coaching, not the executive coaching, because with the startup coaching, we actually have a full database of 20 different vendors that will give you credit from the very go. All you would need is a total of 5. And then we also break down tier 1, tier 2, tier 3 for you. So that way everything is laid out for you. And we have a few shortcuts, because if you would have gone through my course, Quill would have approved you the first day. So there are things that we teach in the course that shows you how to get instant approval from the first 5 vendors that you need to report. But you know, that's hindsight is 2020, so that's cool. That's cool. Nothing bad about that. Water under the bridge. So we're talking about wanting to purchase a trade line. So tell me about your journey on your personal credit. Tell me about where you are with that. Do you know your scores?
Well, my TransUnion is about a 707. Eagle is like a 650, 695, somewhere around there. And then Experian is like a 625. Okay.
All right. So 700, 625, and 650. Okay. So it sounds like you have what's considered new credit, because you would be considered a younger individual, but you have good payment history, but for a short amount of time. Is that right?
Yeah.
All right, so pause for a moment. See, guys, hold on for a second. Listen, I got to just do this for a second. I hate to toot my own horn, but I got to do this, guys. Listen, numbers mean things, okay? So it's very important for you guys to understand your credit score is a quantitative algorithm. If you're dealing with a quote-unquote guru or professional and they can't do what I just did, turn around and walk out the door, because they are not a guru. It's because numbers mean things. Kind of like this. If I go to the doctor and they say, what's your temperature? Your temperature is 102, or they ask you what your blood type is, 120/80. Those numbers mean things to professionals. So that being said, if you're dealing with somebody and they cannot break down your history without, and I've been on the phone with this gentleman for a total of 8 minutes. If they can't do that, then they play pimping, they faking the phone. And I'm not saying this to boast or brag, but I'm using this as an opportunity to teach. It's very important for you to make sure that when you're doing business with these individuals, make sure that they are legitimate business people. If they can't break down what that means, because this is the other part of that is, because I know what that means, I know how to get him to the 800s on all of his profile. And what's going to work with him is going to be he's going to need 2 seasoned trade lines to do that, because he has good payment history, but it's short. So he needs something with very high balances, and then he also needs something that, well, not high balances, high limits, and he needs something with longer history. Although, is that the reason why you were wanting to get a trade lines?
Yes, sir.
So that being said, yes. So if you want to, you can actually contact the office and purchase a trade line. You will actually need 2 trade lines. We have our trade lines. Most of the time, not all of the time, most of the time, they report the first on 3rd Monday of the week of the month. So some of the trade lines report every single Monday, but majority of them is every other week on Mondays. Does that make sense?
Yes, sir.
So like the first week of the month, second week of the month, third week of the month, fourth week of the month, there's some trade lines, and it's based. The reason why I say some is because they're first come, first served, depending on what's available. Because a trade line can only handle maybe about 4 authorized users at a particular time, and so the trade lines are going to remain on your credit profile anywhere from 4 to 6 months, and they're going to. It takes up to 90 days. We have to say legally it takes up to 90 days. However, I've added a trade line in a week, and we've added a trade line in 45 days. So on average, they're taking about 30 days, but we have to say it could take up to 90 days. But we know what the trade line looks like, and the run rate for them has been about around 35 days. If somebody's that's watching right now, I know, and even if they're watching on the replay, if you've ever purchased a trade line from us, let us know how long it took for you for your trade line to report. But so does that answer all of your questions, Mama?
Yeah, this is my last one, and I'm gonna let you get to somebody.
Yes, sir.
The last question I had, like with the trade lines, now even though they only last 4 to 6 months, is it beneficial, like while they're on my credit, to apply for unsecured credit?
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely.
It replaces, you know.
Yes, sir. Absolutely. So the purpose now there are two type of individuals. There's three type of individuals when they're trying to repair their credit. One person is trying to repair the average. These are the average buckets of all the millions of people that are trying to repair their credit. They fall into three categories. One category is the person that's trying to acquire something, whether they're trying to acquire funding or they're trying to acquire real estate, purchase a house or purchase a car, something that they're trying to acquire. That is the vast majority. That's the majority of the individuals. They're trying to acquire something. The second person that is trying to repair their credit, they're just trying to get their life together. They know that they haven't established their credit or they haven't done things and they're trying to quote unquote clean up their credit. So they're trying to remove old items or they're just trying to establish credit, not because they're trying to acquire anything right now. They're just trying to get on track. But then the third person is a person that just want to have bragging rights to say, oh, I got an 800 credit score, or I have A1 credit, like I'm popping in these streets, I'm a boss B, or I'm that dude or whatever. So trade lines work for the first two individuals. Trade lines will never work for the third person. Now, there's nothing wrong with wanting to have A1 credit because you're wanting to acquire a C-level position at a corporation, or if you're wanting to acquire some type of leadership position at a church, or even in your community as a senator, because they do check those things. There's nothing wrong with that. However, the trade lines are temporary. So when you purchase a trade line, you have to be ready to go RTG, because they're going to hit, your scores are going to jump up, and then after they jump up, then is the time for you to acquire, because your window is going to be a few months. And the idea is to already have lined up the 4 or 5 things you want to apply for, and apply for all of them at one time, so that way you can avoid the 524 rule. Now I'll break that. I don't really teach the 524 rule publicly. I teach that in the executive coaching, but basically you want to maximize the 524 rule when you are purchasing a trade line. Now, I've just given you basically a free consultation. We know, like I said, I charge $250 for those for non-clients. But if you want me to go into more detail, where I can lay everything out and talk more candidly, because we're not in a public forum, then you can contact the office to do that. Or I've already given you the okay to where I know for a fact that I would need to also look at some things to make sure that you are adding it to your own personal profile and not a CPN or like your niece's or a dead relative profile. But nevertheless, yeah, you'll be good to go if you need to purchase one. Just contact the office and then they'll let you know. And we always go on what's best available with the highest limits. Yeah, and you'll be good to go.
Well, thank you, sir. Thank you for your time. And once again, happy birthday to you.
You are so very welcome. I really appreciate you guys. That was a really good call. Guys, did you like that call? If you like that call, I want you to drop the money bag. So even if you're watching this on the replay and you're like, Dean, I didn't know you was watching, you was live. I want you to participate with me as if you are watching me live. So if you like that and if you thought that was a good call, I want you to give me 3 money bags. Drop the money bags right now in the comments. And if you're watching this on Facebook or you're watching this on YouTube TV, not YouTube TV, IGTV, follow the link. And when you follow the link, it'll bring you over to the live chat so you can see the chat. Did you guys think that was a good call? I thought that was a pretty good call. And we're still taking your phone calls, guys. Okay, first person to participate was Travis. Hey, Travis, thanks so much for that, my man. I really appreciate that. Travis dropped the money bags. All right, let's see who else is dropping the money bags in the building. Okay, Christopher is dropping money bags. Thanks so much for that, Christopher. B is dropping the money bags. Hey, my baby. Denisha Warren is dropping the money bags. Thank you for that. Libra is dropping the money bags. We got a caller on the line. Hey, caller, what's your name and where are you calling from? Odyssey is dropping them.
I'm calling from Cali.
This is who?
Toy.
Hey, Toy, how you doing from Cali?
I'm fine. Happy birthday to me.
I am winning. Thank you so much for asking, and thank you so much for the well wishes. I really appreciate it.
Good. Okay, I have a question. I am a client. I'm enrolled in your program.
Yes,
I
yes.
love it.
I'm glad you love it. I did. It sounded familiar when you said Toy from Cali. It did ring a bell. It sounded familiar. So you're loving the course. How long have you been enrolled into the courses, Toy?
Honestly, I've slacked off, but I've been enrolled since June, I think.
Okay, but it's okay. It's go at your own pace. It's not a competition. That's the way the course is designed to go to fit around somebody's busy schedule. And I'm glad that you're liking it and you're loving it. So that's good stuff.
To be honest, the only reason I slacked off because I think I might need to have a consultation with you, but because I don't have a business.
Okay.
But all the information is a wealth of knowledge to me. I love it and I receive it. But I'm an entrepreneur by heart, like
okay.
Totally, 100%.
You have the spirit of a free woman. You have the spirit of a free woman.
I'm renewing my real estate license, so I love real estate is my passion. I was listening to the previous caller, what you asked the brother, and real estate is my passion, and I want to pursue it full time.
Okay. That's good stuff.
I'm struggling with that. I think it's what they call it. Someone said to me, a spirit of procrastination.
Yes.
Or something in that sort.
Yes.
And I'm trying to dodge it and get rid of it quickly.
Yes. Yes. So what's stopping you? So what's your question? So your question is, how do you go into doing it full time?
How do I start? Because I have a business name, but I haven't took that leap of faith to do the next move, which is to set up the LLC and get the. Well, first off, I'm in Cali, and I do not want to have an LLC out here.
It's too expensive. So you want to do it in Nevada, which is right next door.
Correct.
You want to have a Nevada corp, all right? So, I'm sorry. Go ahead. Go ahead.
No, go on. I'm sorry.
So, what's your regular 9 to 5? What is it that you do? Your regular 9 to 5?
I work in corporate. I have actually 2 jobs. I work in corporate America, full time for one job and part time for another.
Okay. So, what are your hours?
Pretty much from 3 to 7 in the morning.
Okay.
3 p.m. to 7 in the morning.
3 p.m. to 7 in the morning. Is that from Monday through Friday, or what's the days?
Yes, Monday through Friday.
Okay, and then what's next from there?
No, they overlap.
They overlap. Okay, so you go from one to the other.
From 3. Yeah, exactly.
Okay, so when is your off times? When do you sleep?
When I get off from 7 to about 12.
Okay.
Well, when I get home, from like say 8:30 to about 1:30.
Okay, and do you work on the weekends as well?
No, I do not.
Okay, so Saturday and Sunday you're off?
Yeah.
Okay, so that means that you have to figure out why you're procrastinating, because you have the financial stability to launch a very successful real estate business during the daytime, which is good, and on the weekends is where you're going to get most of your clients, because most of your clients are going to work 9 to 5. Now, when you say that you love real estate, do you love selling real estate? Do you like to be a listing agent, or do you like to be a buyer's agent, or do you want to be an investor?
An investor.
An investor, okay. How long have you had your real estate license?
Actually, I've had it for the 4 years. I'm coming up now to renewing it, and I just learned about wholesaling, so I'm trying to get into that.
Okay. How many transactions have you had?
Only about 2.
2 transactions. They've been close family members?
Yeah, actually, yes.
Absolutely. I've been doing this for a time or two. I don't want to toot my own horn, but okay. So this is what you're going to do. You're going to need to take a baby step. There's something that's stopping you. It's more than procrastination, because you are an ambitious young lady. You've had your, you work 2 jobs, and you also have gotten a license that's not easy to acquire. So it's something that is not procrastination, because you don't procrastinate. It might be fear. What is it that you're afraid of?
You know what? really just starting. You know, I really have that, and it's driving me crazy because I am a person, a woman of accomplishments.
Yes,
like,
ma'am.
I accomplish things.
Absolutely.
This right here is like driving me crazy.
I'm gonna tell you what's gonna get you out of that fear. You ready? You have to use other people's money, and you have to use other people's experience. What I want you to do is I want you to brush up on your real estate for where you are. Don't worry about creating. Well, I would suggest that you go ahead and create your Nevada Corp right now. Pay the fee, go ahead and create it. Just create it. Don't worry about trying to build anything for it. Just create it and let it sit. And what I want you to do is I want you to do everything in your power. That means I want you to get on Instagram, take your nice pictures in your business suit, get on Facebook, take your nice pictures with your business suit. I want to make sure that your face is beat to the gods, make sure that your hair is laid, get your videos out there and say, hey guys, my name is Toy and I specialize in helping you find your first home, or I specialize in helping you find the best deals in real estate. So position yourself as a buyer's agent, not a seller's agent, but a buyer's agent. Because what you're going to do is you're going to help other people purchase their homes, and you're going to see them go through it. It's going to help you get more comfortable, and you're going to make good commissions off of doing it. So who do you have your realty through? Who's your license held under?
No one right now.
Okay, so if it's held with nobody, I would suggest that you go with Keller Williams. Y'all got Keller Williams out there?
Yes, we do.
All right, Keller Williams is the best when it comes to training. Keller Williams or Better Homes and Gardening are the top two that I would suggest. They are the best when it comes to real estate training. Just training their realtors. Focus on that. And what's going to end up happening is you're going to make so much money helping other people, and this is kind of like having training wheels, because you're going to have confidence in having so many real estate transactions done. Because with me, that's what gave me the confidence to step out on faith, because I was like, man, why am I making these other people rich? And I'm a loan originator, and I originated like $5 million in loans. And when I sat back and looked at what I accomplished, it gave me the confidence to realize I know what I'm talking about. I don't need to second guess myself. And so what happens is that the #1 best-selling book of all time says that we overcome the enemy by the blood of the Lamb and the words of our testimony. The testimony is the things that we have gone through. What have we gone through? You're not new to this, but you're true to this. And once you see more real estate transactions get done, every single closing that you have, take the money from that $2,000, $1,000, $5,000, and set that aside in your business bank account just to let it sit. And then that's going to give you the confidence so that way you can go out and you can get your own deal. Because what's going to happen is, this is the cool thing about it. By you marketing yourself on Instagram and marketing yourself on Facebook, people are going to come to you when they're ready to buy houses. And what's going to end up happening is you're going to find a deal that's going to be really low from the bank, and you're going to have the money to buy it and fix it up. And you're not going to have to go and find a buyer, because the buyers are going to be knocking down your door to buy.
Right.
And that's how you do it.
I got it.
So the best thing to do, yes, ma'am. So the best thing to do is to focus on positioning yourself as a buyer's agent and just marketing. Make sure that make sure that you're pretty. Make sure that you are professional. Make sure that you have a standard of professionalism. Put up your videos, put up your photos, and say, hey guys, if you're interested in purchasing real estate, then just put it out there. All you're doing is marketing right now. You don't have to worry about anything. Just put out the marketing, and then after you put the marketing out there, then people are going to come to you, and you're going to help them get into some properties. The more transactions you do, the more comfortable you will be, and then money is going to find you. You're going to make sure that you prosper doing it that way. And that's going to help you get over that fear, because there's a fear of failure that's stopping you, but you're not a woman that gets stuck by that. But by you helping other people and seeing the transactions happen, and the more transactions you have, then the more confident you will become.
You're right, 100%.
That's good stuff. Well, thank you so much for calling. I appreciate your support, and thank you so much for the well wishes for my birthday.
Bless your heart, Dean. Thank you so much.
You're so very welcome. I really appreciate you guys. I am taking your phone calls on my birthday, 855-756-6639. That is 855-756-6639. Did you guys like that? Was that a good call? If that was a good call, let me see the 100. She said I was 100% right. Do you agree with me? Even if you're watching me on the replay and you disagree with me, I want you to tell me that you disagree with me, all right? If you disagree with me, I want you to give me 3 thumbs down. Okay, if you agree with her and you agree with me, I want you to give me 3 100s. If I was 100% right, I want you to give me 3 100s. If I was wrong, I want you to give me 3 thumbs down, and I want you to tell me why, even if you're watching on the replay. Hey, caller, what's your name and where you calling from?
Peace and blessings, brother. How are you?
I am winning, my man. How are you doing?
I'm blessed and still learning, brother. First off, I want to say, man, thank you for all your energy and your your knowledge, brother. I've been doing very well as far as getting my credit score up and everything like that. But I wanted to ask you this right here.
Yes, sir.
My wife is wanting to get a secured Visa card from Wells Fargo. With I guess the available balance would be $500.
Yes, sir.
Should she do that?
No, she should not. And let me tell you why. Because you have to tell your wife why. Because as a married man, you just can't tell your wife no. You got to tell her why. She's going to ask why. She's going to ask how. She's going to ask all that other stuff. So what she will need to do is message me on Instagram, okay? And I will give you my free course. I have a free course that's called the 100-Point Credit Boost, okay? And what the 100-Point Credit Boost is going to do is going to allow you to hold on for one moment. Let me make sure I get my Instagram together. It's going to allow you to, and if you make sure you look on the screen, you can see my Instagram. So message me on Instagram and let me know that you followed me, that you're the gentleman that I spoke to on the show today. And I'll make sure that I send you the free course called the 100-Point Credit Boost. What that's going to do is you're guaranteed $15,000 of legitimate lines of credit that report to all credit bureaus that show up as an unsecured loan. So this is the reason why that's not good for your wife to do, because there's something that's called a credit mix. Okay, a credit mix is you are marginalized. Unfortunately, because of the Fair Credit Lending Act, lenders cannot discriminate against you on the color of your skin. They cannot discriminate against you on your sexual proclivity. They cannot discriminate against you on your educational background. They used to do that, though. That was a common practice up until the Fair Credit Reporting Act. So because they can't do that, now they've created something called a credit type. So what happens is that if you have a credit type on a profile, you're considered a high-risk borrower. If you have a secured credit card, or if you have a credit card from what's considered starter credit card companies like Premier One or not Capital One, but One United Bank, or what's the others, or Fingerhut. These type of credit types are considered high-risk lenders, and you can have. And you can be established. You can be a W-2 employee. You can make $100,000 a year, but just not know how to establish credit. But in the eyes and the algorithm of the underwriting guideline, you're considered high risk because of the credit type. Does that make sense?
Gotcha. Yes,
and so what happens is that once you have that credit type, then it's going to be more difficult for you to break out of that credit type, because one, you have a very low balance of only $500. Most lenders are going to need you to have $1,000 or $1,500, which is the reason why in my course that I'm going to give you for free, you're going to have 2 lenders that are going to give you $5,000 right off the gate, and they're not a secured credit card. They're going to show up as an unsecured loan, legitimate, report to all 3 bureaus. They're not temporary. They're going to show up. So that's instantly $10,000 that's going to show up on your credit profile, that's going to jack your score, is going to boost your score up. Does that make sense?
Okay. That makes perfect sense, sir. Yeah.
So what happens is that you don't want to be marginalized based on who is reporting on your credit. And to break it down a little bit more for all the ladies in the building. So, all right, ladies, if you with me, I want you to, if I'm right, I want you to tap the hearts. If I'm right, don't do it yet, but I want you to tap the hearts if I'm right. So ladies, how many of you guys, how many of you ladies have ever like had a crush on a guy or you know, was interested in a guy, or even your current husband, and then you saw his ex and you was like, ew, he dated her? Or ew, she ain't got nothing on me. And then, or a celebrity, and you see the celebrity's wife and you was like, ew, that's who he's with, and it makes your stock of them go down, or you not like that person anymore. Have you ever experienced anything like that? Have you ever experienced anything like that, my man? You know what I'm talking about?
Yes, sir, I do.
So ladies, if you're with me, if you agree with me, I want you to give me the hearts. Tap the hearts 3 times if you're with me, if you've ever experienced that before, okay? Because what happens is that it's the same thing in the credit world. It's kind of like this. If you're applying for a management position on your resume, the interviewer is going to look to see, do you have experience? They're going to look to see if you have ever worked in that capacity before. They're going to see if you know how to handle that. And so it's the exact same thing when it comes to credit. So don't get a secured credit card, because yes, it'll give you an open line of credit, but it will hurt you more. And the only reason why I'm saying that is because I have resources for you. It's free. It doesn't cost you anything at all. Make sure you message me, and there's a total of 4 different lenders that are going to give you large lines of credit. Now this is the caveat too. You have to shop with them though. So it's okay, because you're not getting these lines of credit to ball out of control. You're getting these people so that it can boost your scores. So the first young lady to participate with me was Heaven 27. Thank you so much for that, Heaven 27, for participating with me. So that being said, that's what you must do in order for you to make sure that you're not marginalized, and then your scores will go up, and then you'll get something that's called credit mirroring, and then those $5,000 limits will convert over to other Universal, Visa, MasterCard, American Express, and Discover, because you already have that $5,000 limit. It makes it easier for you to get more desirable credit with cards. Does that make sense?
Yes, sir.
Thank you so very much for your time, my man. Did I answer your question?
Yes, sir, you did. And brother, again, hey, congratulations on all your ventures, brother.
Thank you so much.
I wish you a blessing.
I believe it.
And peace to your family as well.
I receive it. Thank you so very much, my man. I really appreciate that call. So the ladies are letting me know I'm not by myself. So Heaven 27 gave me the heart. You know, you saw that, man. You're like, ew, she ain't got nothing on me. He like her? Women are like that. They do that. Sasheen is giving me the hearts. It's the same way. Like, I love my fiance is absolutely gorgeous. She's the most beautiful woman I've ever been with. She is absolutely phenomenal. She asked to see ex the other day. I said, nope. I don't play them games. I don't want to see none of your exes, and you can't see none of mine. If you don't know who they are, I'd leave the past in the past. Nope. But ladies do stuff like that, and that's the best way I can describe it. Is that is not nothing negative. It's just human nature. And so the same thing when it comes to the credit industry, because they're not technically going to discriminate against you, but by human nature, that's just kind of what happens. So E-Lovely don't know how to do the hearts. E-Lovely doesn't know how to do the hearts. All right, so Jude says, what if you already started a line of credit with Wells Fargo? I mean, then at that point, it's already there. The damage is already done, but it's not going to kill you. It's just going to make it a little more difficult, but it's not impossible. Still go and get other lines of credit, get guaranteed lines of credit that's going to boost your score. So when you're enrolled into my course, you get it for free. I'm not for free. If you're enrolled into the startup coaching, you have access to the 720 FICO coaching where you get access to all of that. But from time to time, I have a free course that I give out, and that's, you know, kind of how that goes. It's a small segment of my larger course, but that's how that goes, guys. I've been live for 1 hour and 12 minutes. I have a lunch date with my beautiful, sexy fiance, guys. Do you have any other questions, guys? I am taking your questions live. I am taking your questions live, and I have a lot of people that I need to respond to and say thank you for the well wishes. But guys, I might take one more phone call, guys. I'm live, and I might take one more phone call, guys. So it's 855-756-6669. That's 855-756-6639. Yep. All right. Cherie says, leave the past in the past. Absolutely. I believe that 100%. All right, guys, if you're doing super chats, go ahead and give me the super chat, whether you're giving it for my birthday or you're doing it because you have a question. I'm going to take one more phone call, and I'm going to call it a day. I think the phone lines are still open. What time is it? I left them open until 3. It's 2:31. Let me double check and see how long I left these phone lines open for. Don't get me the line because I control the phone line. So give me a second. So somebody said if they had a problem calling earlier and could not get through, I don't think that there's anybody calling right now. So now would be a great time to do it. Let me log on in. Boom. Make sure the phone lines are still open and I didn't shut them down. I might have shut them down by accident. I didn't think I was going to go this late. Okay. All right, we got the last caller calling. I think it might be Scott Davies from Baton Rouge, Louisiana. Is this my man, Scott Davies?
Yep, I was able to get through.
That's good stuff. How you doing, Scott? So, ladies and gentlemen, this is Scott Davies,
good, my man.
passive income trucker, client of mine, very successful entrepreneur. How have you been?
Happy birthday.
Thank you so much, Scott. I really appreciate you so much for the kind words and the well wishes, my man. I miss some good old Louisiana food, though, man. I'm back in Atlanta, but I want some crab legs so bad right now with that yellow sauce. Oh my
You're back there
God.
permanently, huh?
Yep, I'm back permanently. I moved. I'm back permanently.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yep.
You're just back there for the...
Nope, I'm back permanently. I moved, and you know how I am when it comes to my daughter. So, but that's good stuff. So we are in the building. So what's going on, my man? So help me to understand your question. So tell me the whole situation again, Scott.
Okay, when I did the bankruptcy back in 2016,
Okay.
all the stuff I claimed on there is reporting is late. The bankruptcy attorney told me not to pay it from the time I filed, to the time I went in his office, to the time we filed, from the time I was discharged.
Okay.
So I'm going to quit paying everything.
That's right.
So it's showing late payments on 8 different accounts.
Okay.
But it's all stuff that I included on my Chapter 7 bankruptcy.
Yes, sir. So all of those needs to be updated. So yes, you need to have all of those updated. What you're going to do, the way that you're going to update those is you're going to contact the credit bureaus specifically. And it's the exact same way that we removed a lot of those other items off your credit report. What you're going to do is you're going to get a copy of your actual bankruptcy, your file date, as well as a copy of your file date, as well as a copy of your discharge date. So you're going to do a cover letter. So on your cover letter, you're going to say these accounts are not reporting accurately. I filed bankruptcy October the 3rd, 2000 and whatever. And this item is reporting.
Bankruptcy's still on there with all 3 of them.
Yeah, so I'm just telling you, this is how you're going to get them to do it. So you're going to say that it's that I reported, I'm just using round numbers. I reported bankruptcy on October the 3rd, 2009. This item is showing as a late payment on this date and that date and that date. My bankruptcy was discharged on that date. According to and you have to say it just like this, according to the Fair Collections Reporting Act, the FCRA, this is reporting inaccurately and it must be removed, or you are in subject to litigation. You have to say it just like that. Put that on your cover letter.
Okay.
Put that on your cover letter, and then you're going to include a copy of your credit report, include a copy of your bankruptcy, and you're going to put them in stacking order. So the first thing is your cover letter, the second thing is your bankruptcy letters, your bankruptcy paperwork, and the third thing is your credit report. And then make sure you sign that in blue ink. Make copies of that and send that to all 3 of the credit bureaus, and then make sure that you send it certified mail so that you have a timestamp of when they received it, because they have to update that within 30 days. If they don't update that within 30 days, then you're going to send a second letter, and in the second letter, what you're going to do is you're going to take that same cover letter, but instead you're going to say on February the 2nd, 2019, you received my letter, certified mail receipt. Please see copy of your certification of receipt that I explained to you that this item was reporting inaccurately. Say the same thing that you said before and say you are now in violation of the Fair Collection Reporting Act, and this must be removed immediately. And you do that, and they'll come off no problem.
Okay, now do you think that they would just remove the late payments and leave the accounts on there, or will they remove the accounts completely?
Well, no,
included in the bankruptcy?
They're included in the bankruptcy, so they need to be removed completely. So you're asking them to remove it completely, or to update. Either they're going to do one or two things. Either remove it. They should remove them completely, because that's what we're shooting for them to remove it completely. Or what you could do is you would just have them to update what is currently there, update the filing records of what's there, and then you'll be fine. And other than that, you should be good to go. So all of you guys that are asking about the free course, in order to get the free course, you need to do two things. Thing number one, subscribe to me on YouTube, okay? Make sure that you're subscribed to me on YouTube, all right? You're going to have to make sure that you're subscribed to me on YouTube. And after you're subscribed to me on YouTube, do a screenshot showing that you're subscribed to me on YouTube. Once you subscribe to me on YouTube, then what you're going to do is you're going to go and you're going to subscribe to me on follow me on Instagram, showing that you're following me on Instagram. And once you follow me on Instagram, you're going to message me showing me those things, and then I will give you the free course, okay? So for everybody that wants to know that free course, that's what I need for you guys to do. Do that in that order. So did I answer your question, Scott?
Yeah, it definitely does. And I wanted to thank you, too, for the shout-out for the Forex. You're
so very welcome.
I'm working on something, and I don't have any videos on my channel yet, but as soon as I get all the things ironed out and it's ready to go, I'm going to start up videos on YouTube.
Absolutely.
To make sure it's going to work for the people that are interested in learning.
Absolutely. So everybody right now, go to Passive Income Trucker and subscribe and hit the notification bell. So as soon as he drops videos, you'll be able to get them, because he's one of the most successful Forex traders that I know of. He started following me, and he'd been enrolled into my course for over almost 2 years. And we took him from a full-time trucker to having his own, growing his business and building his business credit and getting out of the truck, and now he trades Forex full-time. So he's done it, and you can do it as well. Thanks so much, Scott, for calling in. I appreciate it, my man. I look forward to talking to you again soon.
Get some crabs since you can't get you any.
I know. I'm going to do something, Scott. I might have to go to Papa Do's. I might have to do something, but I have a lunch date right now with my beautiful fiance. We're about to go and get some ramen or something. There's this real popping place in Atlanta that has like the best top ramen. We're going to go there. And then after that, we're going to go and explore the city some. So I really appreciate you. Say that again now?
Keto go for
Yes, the keto diet is completely gone right now, Scott. I'm starting again on Monday. This is my birthday weekend. I'm going to eat a whole strawberry peach sensation cake. I am about to. Keto is not an option. It definitely is not an option.
Keep the haters hating, because it means you're doing good.
That's right. I really appreciate it, Scott. You have a good one. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I really appreciate you guys so much for watching today. I appreciate you guys for all the super chats that came through, for all of the support, all the calls that came in. Listen, the only person stopping you from being successful is you. If you don't know it, you can learn it. If you don't have the character, you can develop it. If you haven't yet met a person that can help mentor you or guide you to where you need to go, you can meet them. Stay woke. Go get them. Success is waiting for you.